Are you sure you're ready to do this?
Yes.
Today's the day.
This is the close of a chapter.
Oh my gosh. He asked again. He asked, what are you guys doing for birth control?
Why? I love him. But why do doctors care? Is that just what they should do? Is that like protocol?
Maybe they're just like, if you're going to have another baby, don't make it an accident. I don't know.
So many times.
Yeah. So we told him, today's the day. It's all happening today. So you can probably tell what's happening today, and we just wanted to sit down and talk about it because it's been on at least my mind for the last week or even the last month or so. I need to clarify something for a second. When I said we've been thinking about this for the last week or a month or so, I'm talking about filming the video. This has been part of the plan. This has been a conversation that Ellie and I have had for a long time. When I say that we've been thinking about it for the past week or so or a month or so, it's about putting my thoughts and emotions into a video. Clarification has been given. Back to the video. At least my mind for the last week or even the last month or so, I am getting a vasectomy today.
It's your turn.
And that's the truth of the matter. There's been so many things that we've gone through as a couple, but most of that is on Ellie's shoulders. There's been so much with birth control, with IUDs, with medicine,
fertility,
with fertility treatments. All of that stuff is on you. It's never really been a factor for me. For the last 10 years, that's impacted your life in so many different ways. I figure the least I could do was this. So you
take your turn.
Yeah. So you don't have to have that worry, that concern for the next 10 years.
Yeah. When Jared and I were talking about closing this chapter, he was the one that brought it up and made it very clear. He goes, you need to heal. You need to rest. I will do this part. And I'm like, perfect. It was that or have another baby. Because I guess it was you bringing it up, but I also said, like, I'm done. I'm done. She's
not, though. She's still going.
Not done.
This is a perfect opportunity to say
we're done.
There's so many times for jokes about this kind of stuff. I am sure Ellie is going to be saying all sorts of jokes about the treatment, the procedure.
Oh, so many that I can't even film. So many.
There will be a time for that, and I'm sure once we go into the doctor's office and have this done, and thereafter, we will be making lots of jokes about this. But for now, in this moment, I want to share the feelings
a little more serious
that have been going through my mind for the last week or month. But before we dive in, we've got some business to take care of. Not that kind of business. The baby just pooped, okay? We're taking care of that business. She's good, you're good, I'm good, we're good. For those who don't know, Ellie and I started our YouTube channel with a huge factor of that being infertility. We could not get pregnant. And we documented all of these appointments, all of these medical treatments that we would go through in order for us to have our firstborn, Jackson. It was quite the experience to document that and to see this community build based on those who also could not get pregnant. And for the last 10 years, that has been our story. We couldn't get pregnant. So it feels weird to me, at least a little bit, that we struggled so much to get pregnant.
And even her.
And now I'm just closing that book. I'm ending that chapter. We are ending that chapter. We're not going to have any more kids. And that feels weird. I feel emotional about it. For the last 10 years, 1/3 of our life, we have been trying to create our family. That's a huge chunk of time.
When you get married, at least for us, when we got married, it was like, we're so excited to get married, and we already were talking about kids someday, And so it's not been just a big part of like us sharing, but it's just been like our whole entire existence, really.
Yeah.
Some people get married and they're like, we'll decide later. But like me and you talked about it a lot. So that does feel weird.
It does feel interesting. It almost feels like I shouldn't based on that fact.
Yeah.
Because we tried so hard to do it. Why would you get rid of it? Why would you take that away?
Well, it's hard for me as a mom and as a woman because if it wasn't such a struggle trying, if it wasn't a struggle recovering, if it wasn't a struggle keeping my babies, I would probably maybe want to have, like, I don't know because I don't know how it is on the other side.
Right.
But I know for me, it's just, I've asked a lot, like I've prayed a lot, I've got a lot. I'm grateful. I need to heal my mind and body, and I've already done a lot of that, but I just want to say thank you and move on.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's such a beautiful way to say it.
And that's hard for me. And I felt that way kind of with Tommy. Like, I kind of was telling people, like, I'm done. Like, I need to recover. And I think right now, I really mean it. Like, I'm grateful. And I'm excited to move on to the next chapter and completely be a different mom in this next chapter with the kids and take advantage of the ages our kids are. Jackson, he only has half of his time left at home.
He's 9 years old.
9.
The time that we've had him is the time that he has left until he's an adult, you know?
Yeah. So I look forward to that.
It feels good to be able to assign meaning to a chapter in our life.
And we are big suckers for that.
We are the cheesiest people when it comes to that kind of stuff, but it's so true. Being able to identify and say, this is the beginning of one chapter and this is the end of another.
Remember when you graduated?
Yeah.
College, we went on a hike.
I found that video and I just watched it with the kids.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Just me and you.
On the Y? Yeah.
Why didn't you show me? That was such a monumental moment. It was just us and we hiked. And we sat there and we were looking over the whole valley and we both were like, what is our life gonna be? What is it gonna look like? And we would talk about this. Where are we gonna live?
Yeah.
We literally had this like deep, and we had ended that chapter by having a big, deep, meaningful conversation. And that's how Jared and I talk about everything.
It's true. And I know, like, while we're sitting,
I cry. I want to see that.
I'll show it to you. While we're sitting here, I know it kind of sounds like, I don't know. We've been talking about this for a long time, and the decision has been made.
With her, we've been talking about it.
We know where we are, and we know what we want to do.
It's just hard.
I think this is just more of a reflection of the feelings that we were going through while we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I just want to express my gratitude for the journey. It was hard.
For you too. Equally. It was hard.
Not equally.
Maybe mentally.
Yeah, emotionally.
Equally. Taking care of
you went through a lot. And I'm so proud of you and so grateful for you.
Thanks.
I can't imagine going through this with anyone else. Mm-mm. It would be such a different story. And and now it's my turn. That's the smallest little thing. And that's the other thing that I get
I'm going to be out for a week. And I'm like, a day.
You have gone through so much, whether it's delivering the babies, carrying the babies. I don't even do much making the babies. I don't do much. This is another very small thing. And sometimes I feel like it's not fair. Like, you have to do so much. You get to do so much. And like, I want to be here as a father as much as I possibly can. And I feel like that's where I will excel and have been excelling, is like, I'm going to be the best dad that I can be.
You are.
And when I say like, oh, it's my turn, so you don't have to do anything, it's like, okay, you're going to go a little snip, 6 minutes later, you're done. This journey has brought us through so many different things. Not just having kids, but the community that we've created with you guys. We have been able to meet so many of you and hear your stories, and we're so grateful for that. One of our greatest blessings that we're able to do was the IVF grants, where we have so many families who now have children, not just because of us, but because of the amazing donors. And because of that, we are recognized for these awards, and I just think it's so cool that we were able to create this community together. And
something we had no idea. It just happened.
Yeah. It wasn't something we planned. It wasn't something that we thought of. It just happened. When I think of this journey, that's one of the biggest things that I think of, is the impact that our story may have had on those who were also struggling. And it makes me so grateful. It truly does. So I guess the question is, what does the next chapter look like?
Oh, because we love doing this. We love talking. We are saps for this.
We like to plan and think.
We are.
I guess there's...
I think just really enjoy. I mean, we always try and do enjoy, but also it's hard when someone says, oh, enjoy those years, they grow up fast. You do want to enjoy it, but it's really hard when you're sleep deprived and when you're raising kids. It's hard when they talk back, when they don't listen, when they run in the road, when they, you know, it's hard. And I think that for this next chapter, for me, I want to just soak up, like I said, their ages.
Yeah.
I want to do more adventures with Jackson and Calvin. I want to enjoy the small moments with Tommy and June.
Even when you poop your pants.
Yep. Mommy does too, sometimes.
So before
Especially
we start...
on the 4th of July.
Yeah. So before we start this next chapter, we're going to have a little break, 6-7 days where I can rest and recoup from this
You keep
big
adding
surgery.
more time. I think...
I'm just seeing how much you'll let me have. Really, that's all it is.
I keep telling them, I have a newborn still.
So I think with that, we're going to go to the doctor's right now, and I'm going to have this procedure. I did ask for laughing gas.
Oh, heck yeah.
So, Ellie, please do not hold back with the filming. If I do anything, I want to see it.
Will do.
Wish me luck.
Wish you luck. Good job, boys. Good job.
You did
You
good.
did good.
You did so good. For 10 years, you did good. See, this is the joke.
You succeeded.
Well,
Hey,
Tom,
Tommy.
are you going to make sure Daddy rests for the next 8 days?
It keeps adding.
Okay, thank you.
It keeps adding.
Bye-bye.
Not 8 days, not 9 days.
Maybe a week and a half. Well, we're here early, and I promise that's not normally a problem, Ellie.
Oh my hell, Jared. I'm done with you.
Good. Cool. Thanks.
See ya. Take care, Herbie.
You're walking.
Thanks. Remember, he said lay flat the rest of the day.
Okay, he said 7 days. 7 days or 1 day? You're walking. You're not limping.
Let's go.
I could hear your voice.
Could you really?
Well, as you came to the door, I was like, oh, he's done. Oh my goodness, that happened so quick.
So,
How are you?
oh, I'm just trying to play this all out. Obviously, I had the laughing gas, which I really enjoy.
Jared's very sensitive to any type of
So
stuff.
I'm taking the deep breaths in, and I'm starting to feel like a little self-conscious, like, oh, my pants are down in front of this guy. And then that really went away so fast. And then he started working on things. I could feel some tugging and pulling. And I'm like, I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's normal. And then I started breathing more. And then I'm like, do I feel my heart? And so I put my finger up and I'm checking my pulse. I'm like, this is so weird. And then I'm closing my eyes and breathing. And then I catch myself holding my breath for a long time. And then he asked me, he's like, you doing okay, bro? And I'm like, yeah, I feel good. I just feel, is it catching a little bit? And he's like, what? He's like, is it catching a little bit? And in my head, my voice is like I just took a big inhale of sulfur oxide, or the gas that makes you breathe deep, not helium. And then I'm like, I don't know what I just said. And then he's like, you're almost done. I definitely feel tugging and pulling, and it's starting to be
Hurt.
oh yeah, I'm fine.
I've got peas at home.
I think I'm gonna lay down.
Okay, let's go home. Jared always takes care of me to the top. He spoils me. So, I have your drink with ice and electrolytes in it. I'm bringing you snacks and treats. You have your hip pillow. How are you doing?
Well, guys, the swim team has officially retired. We put our caps down. We had a good run. 10 years, 4 championships. What other jokes can I say? Snipped but still equipped.
I'm gonna go get your treats.
Okay,
What do you want?
all of them.
Okay, I've got a plate, a bag. You have your Steam Deck, which is...
what it's called.
Of course I remember what it's called. It's new. Brian and I were texting, and I was trying to surprise Jared, and then I couldn't figure out how to order it, so I was like, just order it. So happy for you.
Ellie,
You've got your stuff to edit.
I'm a vasectomy survivor. I kid you not.
Jared, edit and laughing noises. I love you.
I love you. I can't wait for you to take care of me for the next 6 days.
You do know I'm still up with the newborn. a few times a night, right?
Yeah. Well,
I'll take care of
you're
you.
gonna have to recruit these guys.
Yes.
I
You
made
guys
them. You're
have to
gonna
help. When Dad says help me, we'll be here.
Get the bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
But no promises.
Well,
love you,
thank
Jared.
you guys so much for watching and being a part of this big journey. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.